all you beautiful explanters out there. My name's Lindsay, and I'm doing week 5 of a series that I've started to help other women. I actually just wanted to touch down really quickly on a book that I'm writing. It's Explant Guidebook for the Beautiful Women, and I'm going to be having that out by the end of this year, I hope. That's 2024. And it's going to touch down on so many wonderful things, and it's going to tell you exactly what you need to do and what not to do, all the resources you're going to need to start going through the journey of Explant. Tons of resources, and I'm really looking forward to helping as many women as I can. I'm still on the journey. It's been over 2 years since I had my implants removed. I'm still healing. And as I write the book, I realize that I have a lot of healing to do still. It's not just over for me. There's so many things attached to it. And I'm so grateful I'm able to share this with you, ladies. So grab a cup of tea or a glass of wine, whatever it is you want to do. But this could be a longer one. I try to keep them short, but some things you just can't rush. So I've got my notes here. Stay tuned. So this one's about post-op recovery, and also my introduction to my book, because I'm going to start talking about it because this is where it's going to happen for me to help you, is on social media. Anyways, in week 4, I discussed that I was really sick after my surgery. I was throwing up. It was from the anesthetic. I think it was from the anesthetic. It could have been just shock of the whole thing. It's probably what it was. I mean, every body reacts differently to anesthetic and also to surgery. It took almost 4 hours to have mine removed, I think it was. And they were under the muscle as well. They were the ones that were recalled for causing cancer. The Allergan textured, the really bad ones. So anyways, I was throwing up, but everybody's different. Doesn't mean you're going to be sick. I'm going to tell you right now, you can't have to go through this alone. You need a really good caregiver with you. The first 4 days were super rough for me, super rough. You got to stay on top of your pain medications every 4 hours, and your laxative. I'm not kidding you here, ladies. Okay, you do not want to get constipated. I did stress that in week 4. Lots of great tidbits in week 4. So go back and watch it if you want. I would say 2 weeks with lots of rest until I started to feel a tiny bit normal. It took me a long time to heal from the surgery. I was not up and about in a week. When I read on the internet other women's stories, they're up and back to work in a week, and then they're starting to go back to the gym in 2 weeks. It wasn't like that for me at all. It took me months to start moving again. I was not well at all. So every body is different. So don't look at other women on here and be like, oh, I should be like her, because you're just not going to be, because age and your health play a huge factor as well. Like how healthy you were going into it. Did you get your body ready for Explant? Did you try to lose a couple pounds? Did you try to take off some inflammation? Did you bring your blood pressure down? I mean, all this is going to be a factor in how fast you're going to heal. I went plant-based. I just decided I was going to try to get my body back. I stopped meat and dairy, and my inflammation went down really fast. I can't stress to you how going plant-based really made a huge difference in my life. So you're going to know that there's no lifting, pulling, or pushing for the first 2 weeks. You're going to know all about TREX ARMS. Everybody's going to know what TREX ARMS is by the time you go through Explant surgery. TREX ARMS is you hold your arms super close to you, and you do not move them from your body. So here's TREX, and this is what you do. It's probably even hard to do that. Don't move your arms away from your body. So I actually had to put a belt around here. My husband did, because I could not feel what I was doing. But every time you move your arms like this, you rip what has been done inside. TREX arms, that's it. For weeks. For me, it was weeks. Obviously, rest is going to be a big part of it here. Rest. Nourish your body as much as you can. We'll get to that. Sleeping was really rough for me. I'm a side sleeper. I had to sleep upright on the wedge pillow. Again, I show that in my, I think it's in week 3, what you need to get to start preparing for the surgery. And I have like a literal wedge pillow. And I was sleeping upright like this with a belt tied around me because I was just flailing all over and giving myself new injuries. And you want to have somebody helping you go to the bathroom. You can't be like going like this with the toilet paper and you know what you got to do. It's not working. You cannot move like this. So you have to have somebody that you love wipe your, you know what, because you can't do it. You can't do it yourself. It'd be great if you had a bidet in a perfect world. And I find it hard to believe that some women had slight pain and they were up and running. Again, I wrote that because I don't know. I mean, I'm a lot older. When I had mine removed, I'm 51 now. So it was 2 years ago. So I was 49. And I had a lot of life behind me. I had 4 kids already. And plus, I had a lot of things go wrong after I had those implants in. A lot. Like you can see the scar here. My parathyroid went off. I had calcium floating through my blood. I had to have surgery there. I had to have surgery all over the place. My body was falling apart. It is healing now. And I can tell you, I blame those implants for a lot of stuff that happened to me. I also had, it was harder for me to recover because I was on blood thinners. You're not going to be on blood thinners. You're probably going to heal a lot faster. Blood thinners make everything worse. Bruising, healing, bleeding. So anyways, more than likely, you're not going to have to be. I was a high risk because I have, right after I had the implants put in, I had a massive bilateral pulmonary embolism, which just about killed me. I can't even believe it didn't, but I'm still here. And maybe this is the reason, is to help other ladies get through this. So it happened. I'm alive. You're alive. So you're probably thinking all these bad things, but the reality is you're alive, and that's the most important thing. And there's a reason. So after you get out of the hospital or your clinic or wherever you were, don't rush to get out of there, because once you're out of there, you're out of there. Make sure you feel good enough to get out of the hospital bed. They rush you now. Like they're like, have a C-section. You're like out of there the next day. You have open heart surgery. You're out of there in 3 days. Like, the turnover is huge, but you do need to get your body moving, but you also need to make sure that you can manage. If there's nobody helping you, you need to stay there. For me, I was lucky I did have some help. I also was on morphine. I took morphine probably for 3 or 4 weeks because I was in severe pain, and I also had a high tolerance for painkillers because I was taking painkillers every day for probably 8 or 9 years because I was just in chronic pain. Chronic pain. I felt like I was dying. And I've seen other women post that. They felt like they were dying. Well, because your body was dying. Once it realizes they've got these foreign objects in there, you do feel like you're dying because everything was going wrong. So I was popping painkillers and Ativan to try to sleep and cope with my life, and it wasn't good. So anyways, I had a really low tolerance, so Tylenol wasn't working for me. I took morphine. Okay, and you paid the money to get them removed, so you can darn well stay there until you feel that you can leave on your own good time. And you don't have to. You can just stay there until you're ready to go. Okay, so now the compression bra. Oh, joy, the compression bra. I can still feel it cutting under my armpits. It hurt so much. I had like fluffy socks tucked under the compression bra. I had like thick maxi pads tucked under where the bra was cutting into me, because with Dr. Shahar Khan, he does a different type of surgery altogether. He does the twilight surgery, which is where you're not completely under, but you're not aware of it. And he also does like the compression. It's so tight, so you don't need the drains, that can be a risk for infection. But it's like a band. You wear your compression bra, and then you wear like a super tight band on top of it. So the trick is, if you can, when you're allowed to change the bra, because you need to buy at least 2 or 3 of them, you put a nice soft tank top underneath the bra, and then you put the compression bra on, and then you put the bandage on top. And it is so painful, but you cannot deviate from this. You need to stick through it and do it as long as you're told to do, if that's the surgery that you're planning on doing, because it will make the healing much faster, and reduces reduces swelling and bruising and sagging. Like, it helps everything heal and look better. Like, it holds everything in place, achieving optimal benefits. And believe me, you want that. Ease into eating again. Start with broth and crackers, but follow your surgeon's care list. Your stomach will thank you. Okay, so nice bone broth, if that's what you're doing, or vegetable broth, crackers. Keep it light. Keep it light. Avoid any lifting and anything strenuous. Walking and climbing are good. Stair climbing, not rock climbing. We don't want to be hitting the mountains right away, ladies. So walking, stair climbing, they say after a week. I couldn't even imagine doing it after a month or 2. If you go way back to my videos, you can see I wasn't into doing stair climbing, that's for sure. But you want to get moving, because you don't want to get blood clots. So you want to walk around, because you had the surgery done on the top of your body, but not on the lower. So you can still walk around. You're still going to be fine to do that. So walk around as much as you can and keep the blood moving. You're going to drink lots of water, and as much as you can, eat healthy foods. Obviously, when you're allowed to start eating, don't dive into a T-bone steak and a cheeseburger. Your body needs help now to heal, so you need to encourage it by eating lots of fruits and vegetables. I added cucumber and lemon to my water. I'm going to do a video on crying because it's a super emotional time, and you're going to cry. I did a quick short on it. It looks like people are watching it. The algorithms, the powerful algorithms, are working. So you're going to be emotional. We'll touch down on that later. Take time for yourself. You're alive, and you are going to make it through this. If you're watching this and you're getting ready to do it, you're going to make it through this, okay? You are, I promise you. Seek help if you need it. And reach out to me. That's what I'm here for, is to reach out. I've been through it. I want to help women go through this, because it's scary, and I'm here for you. So when the stitches are completely healed, it's usually at least 4 weeks, then you can start on a gentle massage routine to get the tissue starting to adhere back to where it was, because you had the implants in, it was pushing the tissue away. Now that there's nothing there now, so it's trying to stick back into where it was. So you need to do a nice gentle massage, and I will touch down on that too. I'm just doing I'm trying to keep this brief, as well as the scars underneath here. You're going to do a nice massaging motion as well. And I will do another video on that. That will come. There's a lot of things that people recommend: Mederma, emu oil, coconut oil. You want to just start really loving your breasts, okay? Because you hurt them, you hurt your body. So it's time for you to start helping it heal. So this will come a little bit later on, the massaging, when you're completely healed. Right now you need to rest. There might be some bruising. Of course there was. Like, I had massive bruising. My bruising went all the way up to my neck because I was on blood thinners. It's probably not going to happen to you, but expect there's going to be some changes in your body. There's going to be emotional and physical changes, big physical changes. And you need to sort of wrap your head around that too. We all walked into this with all these hopes and dreams of looking like Barbie and having this big chest and this tiny little waist and the long, in it. There's just so much pressure on us all to be something that we're just not. And so you have to accept the body that God gave you. And for me, it was a little B cup. I'm so great. I can't even believe I did this. I still can't believe I did it, but I did it. And I'm alive. So no washing your hair. Ladies, no washing your own hair. Absolutely not. Somebody's got to do it for you. While you have your TREX arms, you bend over into the sink and they're going to wash your hair, the people that love you. And also you want to have a zip up or a button up blouse. This way you can get into it a lot easier. You cannot lift your arms over your head. Like this rips everything. And then you got complications after that. No hot tubs, no pools, and no baths for at least 6 weeks because infection rate is high. You keep those sutures clean and do what your doctor says. Listen to your doctor. I'm going to probably forget some things here. This is my experience, but you have to listen to what your doctor says. So I'm going to do a video, like I said, on finding the right bra when it's all over, and fluffing, which is actually a real thing. Fluffing after you've had the surgery and after your body starts to heal, your breasts actually plump up again. It's called fluffing. It happened to me. I couldn't believe it. Sounds ridiculous. And we're going to touch in on detox. But if you've made it this far, well, that's great. I'm glad you're following me, and please share with people, because more than likely women are living with this in silence and probably shame and embarrassment or whatever. But it wasn't your fault. It wasn't their fault. Just share it, because somebody's going to see it. Somebody's going to know somebody. And yeah, I will see you guys next week, because I'm going to keep posting. I'm going to keep posting and keep helping. And ask me questions. If there's something you want me to talk about or touch down on, I would love to hear from you. Okay, ladies, thank you so much. Bye.